Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Here we go. Back at it again. My game crashed.
your shirt off while you're in black water.
Do something about that damn dog!
How's it going, everyone? Welcome in. Welcome in. If you're watching right now, welcome in. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Mic reset again. It does that every so often. Howdy ho! We're headed. That's where we're headed. Alrighty. Good morning, USA. Oh shit, random Sturgis stream. Hey, what's up, Caleb Collins? Yes, yes, yes. Random Sturgis stream. Got the time in for it, so I figured I'd hop on. First chatter today too, Caleb Collins. How are you doing today? We're making a permanent camp here at Horseshoe Overlook. Oh, hey, Roman. How you doing? I didn't remember your YouTube name whatsoever. I missed the turn. There's more than one way in. How you doing, Roman? Yeah, taking Kurt's idea to go this way. I think you suggested a 2 in character. Here's your voiceover account? Hell yeah. Dude, we should do some Helldivers sometime soon with Ratha. And I think it'd be a lot of fun. I made a few Helldiver shorts and they were doing good, so I want to make more. Alright. No worries. For democracy. Or democracy. Or democracy. Try my hand at making stew. We'll see how this goes. I'm all confused here with the buttons. What tent should I call my own? Obviously the middle tent, right? Only makes sense. Yep. Might have to do a bit of fishing. See, we find ourselves catching. Name's Sturgis Mclainy. Nice to meet you. How are you? Well, I hope you're doing well. I haven't done the voice since Friday, so I'd figure I'd do a bit of practice. Get myself sounding all right and all that. We do have a book to study, actually. Think about it. Can I actually fit my wagon? First section, let's park the wagon here. So it's saved to this place. I actually like this being our home for a while. This is going to be a good home. Very good home. All right, let's get this in position. Howdy.
Seems you and me have been a little like-minded when it comes to this place.
That it is. It's a good place, and I figured no contract, no business that we had at the moment. Might as well stick around here for a bit until I can dig us up another big job. I do have pay for the both of you. Besides the 200 we made, I did forget to come on by and give it to you. But I figured I'll just break up the 200 anyways. These fellas are looking to make me wait again anyhow. And I got your message. Come on down. Let's talk about it in my tent, not in the rain.
I know a potential robber.
You might know one.
Maybe. So I'll wait on the outside and still keep a lookout.
Well, you're the one I want to talk to, so I might as well not be behind the tent flap now, should I? Lord.
I'd just rather my horse not be taken.
Oh, I know how it is. I'd rather not take it either. It's a, so we don't need to happen none now, do we? But down to business. So, I know you're concerned about the money and the way I was spending it. The thing is, I had already made this deal the week you weren't around. And I'm surprised you didn't know about it. I have talked about it in a way with Gold, where you were there before as well. I don't know if you forgot about it or wondered if it already happened or not.
No, I remember I connected you to him.
That you did,
I
and
know about all that, I just didn't know about the deal being worth so much. And also, I thought you wanted to ask her where she got it from instead of buying it altogether.
they wouldn't tell me where they're getting it from. They have their own supply.
It does make sense.
But the folks in Saint Denis don't know where to get it. And they're willing to supply us with a regular supply of peyote, made and non-produced. And we'll see what they want to buy the most. I figure they want to produce their own finished product out there in Saint Denis. So I'll go there with the bulk I bought of non-produced and let her buy that from me at $6 to $7 a piece. And if it goes well and we make a good business of it, we technically become the middlemen that what's your name won't be aware of. And Vano's just happy selling to us and a few others in the West. And he'll be making his money, and then I'll be selling it for more, making more money. And if they complain about the prices out east, I'll tell them it's a long way to transport the stuff, and it's dangerous. So, of course, it's going to be $7 instead of $5.
Have you made contact with a woman that had an interest in peyote?
Not yet. I was hoping you would
You know
talk...
she doesn't like you?
She don't like me, I know that. You said you would talk to her. You said that you would, be the business contact.
Good if I found her, but Santa needs a big city. I'll have to find her.
You didn't get her telegram, did you? I thought you did.
No, she got mine.
Very one-sided, then.
Or should I say she got ours? MCC, I think. Either that or mine. Either way, I don't know if after that day she'd be too keen on contact.
That was before we had the group telegram, I believe. But now,
It would be mine, yes.
when it comes to pay, let's get the both of you caught up then. Over at, what is it, Valentine.
We're going to Valentine then.
Uh-huh. Let me, tie the horses up for the wagon and get on the way. By the by, I did make an investment on a herbalist book that says where everything grows, what it looks like, with a picture that's illustrated real nicely, like.
Okay.
And the uses for everything about.
I think I got a book for a few of their uses.
What's compared to... Well, we'll have to compare the two books, see which one's better.
You only made the deal last week?
The deal's been in the works for about 2.5 weeks now.
That's for 180.
I believe 180. It might be a little less. I can't remember exactly. It doesn't help that they've been making me wait most of the time, and then, of course, when it comes to me making them wait because I wasn't ready with all the work we had on Friday, then they get all mouthy with me and all that. Peckerheads they is for that. But now to Telegram, they're calm again. And say, take your time, they say. Lord, they must have been having a bad day, I take it. After Valentine, I have a fishing rod. I was taking the wagon down to the lake, and I figured we'd catch some fish. Easy thing to do in our free time, and we can sell the fish meat without having to spend bullets now.
I believe I had plans after this to go to Strawberry. You'll be welcome.
What you got going on in Strawberry, do you?
Yeah, some folks waiting on me.
All right.
Sturgis.
Uh-huh.
Is there something you ain't telling me?
What do you mean?
You know that my concern is that kind of deal, that kind of money, it ain't something we can afford so easy.
Well, here's the thing. When the deal first started, I had plenty of money for it. But making me wait and having a week where pay came through slow. I understand. I read your letter. I have the money still. I haven't spent it none.
Sturgis, I ain't just concerned about 180, Sturgis. Your first word to them was 700.
700 what?
Dollars.
I never said that. Who said that?
Is that so?
That.
Some people seem to have ideas.
They have crazy ideas is what they have. You talk to one of them, they say I'm going to buy things for $700.
Someone said it was 700, then down to...
Who said that?
I've been in contact with a few of them. I knew them before they met you.
No, I never said 700.
And then 280.
I never said 280. I said I have at most $200 to spend, I want what $200 can get me, is what I said to them. Now, the part that's been driving me up a tree, I'm trying to make a deal with Vano. But the Scar fellow comes along, who's one of his friends who wants to make the deal. And then Carly wants to make the deal now.
Who fella?
Some fella named by Scar or Scarve or something like that. I forget his name. I think his real name's Shane.
So you're one of the folks that was there in Stroke? Oh.
Uh-huh.
And
And
all together.
here's the thing. I think they're fighting over the bid because they ain't got no business on this stuff, so they're desperate to make the deal. And they're all playing the game.
Same folks, Sturgis.
Yeah, but they're playing a game of Telegram with each other, and they're getting the information wrong. I will now only talk to Vano for this deal, and that's it.
I suggest politely that we get any deals that we have going forward in writing.
Will do. I usually do that as well, but this deal, if its time is taken,
Before we head into town and talk about things we shouldn't be. This deal in particular, Sturgis, I think you should give it to me.
give it to you to handle.
Yes.
Why? You think I can't handle it? You think they're gonna try something?
No, I know them from before. That's why.
And what do you mean
If
by that?
something's already off to a bad start, I'll be the one that'll be able to grease it over.
I see what you mean. Well, I was fixing to give them a earful of their bad business and their brutish tactics towards me, considering that some of them I thought to be kind of friends, I would say. Especially Collie. Von on Gold and I have only nothing had
who
but...
connected you to them.
You did.
I think this would be best.
You know what,
Is that
fine.
agreed?
I'll let you take it over. Let's keep it at it was. I said I wanted $200 worth of what they had. If they're trying to upsell me, there will be no deal. And if they try to ask for more or whatever they want to pontificate upon, if they start being brutish, they won't have business through my caravan no longer. I don't care if it's opium or whatever. That's what
I
my...
ain't trying to undermine you, Sturgis. I'm trying to have this go as smoothly as possible.
I understand. You should, I don't know how you know them or what they're like exactly, but you should, let them understand the gravity of the situation of their business proposal if it falls through, that they're losing out on a huge opportunity with Mclainy Caravan Company. Imagine them not having the access to my wagons and access to transportation of those goods. I'm sure that would hurt their business.
Concerned, Sturgis. Regardless on if they're right or wrong, but we're just beginning here. I'd rather we don't have a reputation of breaking words.
I haven't broken a word.
Yeah, I said, despite them possibly being incorrect. I'm saying regardless of it. If they believe it, they believe it. They got their connections.
I'm all worked up again now. I am, Lord.
Imagine if you saw their faces. So it's better this way.
Well, you handle the business, then. I hope it goes well. I hope we get what we need, and I hope we can get back to
I'll need that
straight.
money from you then.
I give it to you.
Good. You know who we saw earlier in town? There's that fella Ned causing trouble.
He is.
I don't know if he's still here. It was
All right.
just when it was dark there.
Well, Santana, welcome
Got
in,
some
man.
competition there. Look at all them.
Oh, all right. Afternoon.
That 30 on top of it is your pay from last Friday.
That's appreciated.
There will be more. I need to go on down to the watering hole, fill my canteen. Hey, for Lothbrook, welcome in. Listen, Denim. Yeah, this has like 240 players on regular. As you can see, there's like players everywhere we go.
You ain't forgotten Gwen, did you?
I haven't.
All right. You ought to know also, some other folks have been paid for some of the supply we took off of them to make sure that we got the right stock for Friday.
All right.
Eric paid some of them. I think $12.
I paid Eric
Maybe more, I don't know.
30 on Friday. I paid Jacko 30 as well.
I'm just letting you know that it was after Friday. He paid someone for the meat.
Well, I see. I have some more money I want to give folks, but I need to do some of this fishing. Yeah.
All right.
Same idea. Oh, well, I'll hold off on that. Okay.
I'm $2.
right.
I'm $2 short for you right now, but there'll be more. I owe you another 30. That's
You know
coming.
what I just thought
Yeah.
about?
All right.
Gwen.
Hmm?
Well, we just heard about someone claiming the big valley of theirs and
Yeah.
hassling people on there,
Yeah.
being Australian. You know what that reminds me of?
Mr. Kerrigan.
Yeah. I heard that's what he did over here in the Highlands. I also heard he's Australian, whoever it was that was causing issues.
Well, it sure definitely matches his reputation of late. And his rampant rudeness, alcoholism, and unprofessional demeanor is rubbing a lot of folks raw, myself included, of late.
And I did see him in Strawberry earlier. It all shakes out.
Huh.
I talked to Mr. Monty if he's about, see if he wants another contract with us, but I have to talk to him
hold
about
on.
price adjustments.
I don't. Yeah, you better consider that one.
You might want to wait a bit. Some other folks want to talk to you about some of the prices.
Who's that, then?
Eric, Abigail, and all them.
No, I've already talked to them about that. I've already adjusted the prices, you see. I had a conversation with him because, for example, when we done the business for the bird meat, it was at 25 cents each because that's what people were asking for. After today, or after this week of hunting, their bird meat takes a lot to get. So I'm now charging 55 cents per piece of bird meat. Do you not think that's enough? Does Ira not think that's enough for a cut?
See, the problem is I don't know, you might want to just talk to all of them. But like I said, I want to go, so either you find them, if you don't, the next stop is Strawberry for me.
Well, I have had a conversation with Eric. Unless they want to talk again, if they got some ideas what they think everything could be going for. I have adjusted my prices, and I think they are better than before, which will make us more money this time around. But how long should I wait for another contract with us being in such a bad spot at the moment when it comes to money.
I'd say maybe spend a little time organizing, reorganizing,
Well, I'll at least see if Monty's interested,
consolidating.
and I'll come back to him in a
That's
day or
right.
two.
So we good.
Wait up a moment for me, and I'll be ready to ride the Strawberry.
I'll be by the stable.
Hello, son. Is Monty in today by any chance?
I haven't seen him today, no. Well, I saw him earlier, but that was like a few hours ago.
A few hours ago, you say? All right.
Yeah.
Well, let him know his old friend, Mr. Mclainy, has stopped by and has a business offer for him next time you see the fella.
Of course I will.
I appreciate it, son. You have a good day.
You too, be safe.
Well, the next thing I want to do later, besides fishing, when we have some time, is I'm going to find a buyer for our ram hide. At this point, we have about $30 to $40 worth of hides for that. That'd be worthwhile to get some money from that.
That would be good.
If we go by
Last
the
time you seen that McDuff fella, it's been a while.
a long
Oh,
while,
The blacksmith in Strawberry, that one's been active.
I've seen that one the most, and that's all we should sail to.
Well, maybe we can find them when we go there. Two birds, one stone.
I do have a buyer for stone for gun shops. The fellow who runs the one in Rhodes.
Going down the roads.
He's a bottleneck at stone. He needs it for the process to make his powders, he says. So I figure he buys them 5 cents a piece because they're easy to get. But if we sit there mining that for the pay dirt, the potential of other riches, I think we can find ourselves a bit of successful business in the meanwhile.
Jesus.
You're all right there, fella. You look like you hit your head or something. Hello. Okay. I can hear you now. Something the matter? You're walking like you either drank too much or you hit your head. Okay.
All right. I was worried there was
Hey,
ne'er-do-wells up the road or something.
All right. Come on.
He's drinking on behalf of a funeral or something like all that black he's dressing.
Go.
It's a hot day as well. Middle of summer. It's a lot of black to be wearing in the middle of summer. You never did really answer my question, Kurt.
Yeah, which one?
What is it you got going on in Strawberry?
Okay.
What you meeting folks for?
It ain't really business at all. It's,
Whoa, 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 Ellie. Come on. Jesus, God damn it.
still struggling.
Just not listening to me.
It's just Eric and Collie have been there.
Oh, I see. Oh, boy, how you doing, brother?
Went over to Roanoke. To lay some of them by. Funny enough, I was about to head right there to the Overlook. Essentially the show, because I've been thinking also we ought to be using that place.
Well, that's where my wagons will be stored from now on. It's quiet, it's out of the way of all the bustle and hustle. And in our free time, we can still hunt the woods there, fish at the river. And there's a salt quarry nearby as well, I hear.
Well, mine ain't too far from there. It's in Valentine, I think.
Uh-huh.
I'll take it down when I can. Oh, but I did also want to give that one away. There we go.
I need to spend some time studying that book of herbs to see what we want to gather. I know folks likely to buy golden currant all the time. They run out of it fast. It's not too expensive to get, or to sell, I mean, but folks need it by the dozens. Any of the mushrooms go for a good price as well. And those are all things we could gather for a while that folks, well, won't cost us bullets or arrows none. I think with this time I'll spend it, besides looking for contracts, I want to find some greenhorns that's going to stick around for the work. I want to find at least 3. I think I'll be satisfied if I find 3 more folks who's willing to work hard.
We got letters from, Will, or Willie. Says he and his brother might be keen on working.
Well, I'll have them come on by to talk and get the measure of them and letting them know what is potentially coming up our way. I think...
I'll write to him.
Invite-
See about meeting them.
Sounds mighty fine to me. Have them at our camp. A bit of supper, conversation, and so on. Likely will do us well.
Yeah.
I have a hard time getting scheduled to line up. I understand, man. My schedule's been all over the place, but we're gonna start streaming Monday, Wednesday, Fridays more regularly. I bargained with the wife, and I bargained with the work. So hope you
By
can
the
catch me.
way, Sturgis. Try not to be too harsh on Callie. She brought the other fellas, even though we might have not expected it, but you think about it from the perspective of fact.
I think she was trying to impress her friends. I was thinking.
It's a whole lot of produce there, Sturgis. Expensive. I think they were worried about it. Going in the possession of just one of them. You understand me?
I don't know if
think
I
we do the same.
I don't know if I agree. I'm none too pleased the way she spoke to me. That I am. But I can let bygones be bygones as long as it doesn't happen again.
I ain't talking about the way she spoke to you.
And what you talking
That's
about?
another matter. I'm talking about the fact that there were more faces there.
So? And what does you mean by
I
this?
thought that's something that upset you. That she brought other people in on it.
I know who Vano's people is. I was upset that they all trying to juggle the job is what I'm upset about. Everyone's trying to represent it.
Yeah, that's a bit. I see. But now you don't have to worry about it no more.
Well, that I
That's what
don't.
deal with.
And I'm old. If I stress too much, my heart might give.
I was wondering.
Hey, I'm gonna check telegrams. Alright,
Yeah,
meet you back at the house.
sure.
The work was easy because I finished it. The wife was a battle. It was a war. No, it wasn't too bad of her either. I was just like, hey, I need this time. My channel's falling apart. And she's like, okay, I understand.
It's just that one Friday was a confusing day, Sturgis.
I understand. I forgot. I did forget that you weren't there the Friday before, and I forgot to pull you up on what was happening. I was so focused on getting the job done that we had to get done, and it was a lot. It was a lot to handle for one day, I'd say.
Just give me a second. See if someone's inside of me.
I'm gonna head to the telegram station. I'll be in town.
I'll probably follow you. I'll be there in a moment.
All right. I'll wait. Thanks again for all the donations recently, Dirty Hobo. It means a lot, man. Very useful, very helpful. Made a hard time easier. So I appreciate that, Hobo. Now it's our turn to check the telegrams and all that.
There's some folks fishing here.
I was talking to Iric about this as well. When we go out collecting things again, some folks will be on herb collection, others might be fishing, and others will be hunting. And some will be protected, of course. One moment, I'm gonna go in here. Hello? Anyone in? Sure does, Hobo. I think well-earned money, I think that brings happiness. It's just what, it's like, it's a part of your life, you know, in this world. And using that money to create memories of your kids and your family and your partner and stuff like that, that's all very important. It's what you do to create the memories. That's all that matters.
I would say if we can coordinate per se. I was going to also bring something up that, well, a long time ago, before a lot of these tribes that are here now was here.
Well, Kurt, that business says it's open, but ain't a soul there.
Must have been poking around or something.
You just let me know when you're ready.
Down.
Go ahead.
It's RP 5446.
We got a hard time with them accents. We asked if they had accents. He didn't think so.
And your name was?
Yeah, Reuben Parsons.
How do you spell it?
REUBEN.
Let's just talk about how I call it.
Okay.
If I was going to do like an Australians one, I'd probably say something like, I can't really do it.
I
Not too
don't
sure.
think the woman I spoke to is the one that got hurt over there.
Alright. That's a nice
I seen a woman, she heard about it herself, and she said it was 3 Australians.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe right or wrong.
it could have been. Who knows? I mean, Lizzie, she ain't really from around here, She a native lady, but of a different land. So maybe she ain't so good with how white folks talk.
Pretty much every day, yeah.
But she said they were 3 white fellers, and they were all in black, and they had. Hold on. Got a telegram here.
Nice to meet you.
Cowboy hats, kind of like Aaron's, but darker. Horses, they had one was on a black horse with white socks, and the other 2 horses were white.
Looking forward to it.
These are the folks out causing problems in Big Valley, is they?
Well, they told Lizzie that that's their land, and they robbed her of her bow and her cattleman and her knife and binoculars, and then shot her on account she had no money.
Who's Lizzie?
Lizzie's a nice little
All right,
native
take it easy.
lady
Oh, I forgot about my horse.
that
Didn't
is
get
liable
run
to
over,
give you
not
the
this
shirt
time.
off her back. She's so nice. She's always running to
I'll
folks and
take it
giving them
easy.
stew.
To be shot
Take care of their
after,
sir.
I think I know her.
that's heartless brutes they are then. They're in for the pain of it. They enjoy the pain of it.
Sounds like. She don't talk. She write in the book. She wears a little wolf hat. Like she has a little wolf head hat.
Wait, the wolf hat, I think I might have seen her.
She's
Is that one of the troublemakers?
no. She's the one that got shot.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, then
she's
I was
small.
thinking
You'll see her in like a blue and black poncho. She's the sweetest, loveliest young woman, and she didn't deserve what
glad
comes
that
to
was
her.
cleared up. Okay.
Yeah. Well, she's always playing tricks on me. She's putting a black mask on, but she don't mean anybody any harm at all.
Hey, Sturgis, I think someone's in there. in the store now.
Take a look, Dan.
The deck.
It looks like it's Decker, yeah.
What?
Howdy, mister.
You run this store, do you?
How do you do? Currently, yes.
Do you own the
I'm a-
store?
My ma does, but I am a clerk.
Oh, your ma. That's good. My name is Sturgis Mclainy of the Mclainy Caravan Company, and I was wondering what your store here needs, supply-wise.
That question will be up to my mother, and she's currently sleeping. You can send her a telegram at PJW if you like.
Well, I might come back later, talk to her in person.
Okay.
Or,
Okay.
well,
The next time, most likely she'll be around. It might be up to she might end up just being up until Tuesday. But if that's too long, you can always come back. She's usually around these times.
that's fine by me. Well, keep in mind what you need.
Okay.
Let her know that I came on by. We transport goods, individuals. We do contracts for fetching goods folks need and deliver them. All kinds of things like that, and I can give you my telegram for the business as well.
All right. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm ready.
It is MCC12.
N as in
M is in mountain.
mountain. So MCC 12.
1, 2.
Alrighty. Caravan company.
It is Mclainy Caravan Company.
Alrighty.
Then we can transport supplies in bulk amounts. 10 to do deliveries by Friday. We have a lot of folks who depend on us out here in the state of Monroe, and our business is good and clean.
Alrighty. Well, my name is Decker. Welcome to the store, Walker's Goods, and I will pass this along to my ma, and then you'll hear from us.
Well, Decker, good to meet you as well. I look forward to meeting your mother.
Alrighty. Is there anything you need at the store by the chance?
Not
Something
that-
to eat?
Not that I can think of in the moment, but I should ask. What kind of goods? This is a general store, huh? You see all kinds of things, don't you?
Yeah, she aims for nearly anything that's convenience from the local other businesses. If whenever they're closed, where conveniently could have the things in stock.
Now, does your ma only own one business, or does she own multiple?
She owns the store, but her I think that's all she. Yeah, this is all that she owns.
All right, that's good to know. Well, I appreciate your time, Decker. I'll leave you be then.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You as well, son.
Howdy. Welcome to Walker's Goods. I'm doing well.
Any law inside?
Also, I'm very tuckered out. I'm gonna go sleep. It's fine. I just had a meeting with a judge, or no, I scheduled a meeting with a judge and a client. My longest.
River, somebody stole your horse.
My longest tenured inmate got released. I'm working on getting more books and like a theater troupe coming by and trying to get work passes going for well-behaved inmates and things like that.
Speaking of,
there you go.
Oh, how did this, sir?
one of the lawmen had an idea to send some of the inmates towards my company, the Mclainy Caravan Service, to get back into, I guess, the way of things. I'm looking to hire plenty of greenhorns at the moment.
Ooh, I was literally planning on sleeping as soon as I got done with this conversation. Is it okay if I get you a telegram and I could totally be in conversation with you?
Sure thing. Let me know when you're ready.
Correspondence, that's the word. Yeah, let me check out my book.
Pardon me, folks. I heard he was headed to sleep, so I wanted to make sure I chime in while I had the chance.
You're all right, yeah.
Good, my friend.
So, could I get your name there, sir?
It's Sturgis Mclainy.
Hold on.
How do you spell Mclainy?
We still need carrots.
MC.
Do I have any carrots?
No, I said we still need
AILY.
carrots.
Do you still need them for your food?
No, it was just for Aaron.
Oh.
Okay. And
No.
what business do you run?
Oh, okay. I will then
I
just
run
take it
the
for my food.
Mclainy Caravan Service. Our company,
I'm
I
going
should
to
say.
move because I don't think this
Oh,
man's gonna
no.
wake.
Look
Oh,
out!
oh, God, please don't run me over.
Fiddle whack him! No!
Nana's there to save you.
Thank you. Whoa, no.
Oh,
that was
Leave
the
that
right
man be, fella. Come on now. We was blocking the road, we were.
I was
no
telling
harm, no
him to
foul.
move.
We just gotta go our own way now.
Yes, I was getting him to move.
Do you have
It's fine. I
a
whispered in
business
his ear.
telegram?
Pardon, you were saying?
Do you have a business telegram I can reach y'all at?
That I do. It is MCC12. Mountain County 12.
Alrighty. Scribble that down. And alrighty. It's very nice meeting you, Mr. Sturgis. And oh, sorry.
Bretton.
Likewise. And your name, son?
Oh, okay.
Oh, my name's Edward Fiddlewackham. I'm the warden, obviously, of Sissica.
Oh, I see. Well, nice to meet you, Warden Fiddleback. Well, hopefully you get back
Close
to me
enough.
about inmates needing work. Did I,
All right, yeah,
did I say your
definitely.
name wrong? Folks is laughing.
Fiddlewackham, fiddle like the instrument, whack like you're hitting someone, and then an
Fiddle
EM at the
whacking.
end. Listen, as long as you don't call me fiddle fuckface, you are above the par.
How did somebody get that mixed up?
I don't think they got it mixed up.
I think they just said it because.
Yeah.
What does
But
that
anyway,
even mean? There's nothing wrong with your face.
Do the Choctaw have like a rite of passage for when like a boy becomes a man?
Oh, we all do.
Okay. Well, when you do that to Paula, you can know what a fuckface is.
You want your
You
face?
take.
You want your face to look fucked.
You folks take care now.
Oh, take care.
Oh, you scared him away?
Well, you just said that it was not a man.
Oh, well. Okay, well, that was.
Take her through
Hello.
Howdy.
me keys beforehand. Can't believe it.
Collie?
Well, he turned out to be a pain in the ass that day, so all the better. Hello.
Howdy.
You spoke to that fella daycare?
I did. His mother runs the business, not himself, so he couldn't answer my questions properly, but another fella has a telegram of the business now.
Alright. Although I don't know about this town, they sure are well stocked around here for meats. But maybe.
Have you talked to Carly about the business?
Yes, I am. She's right here.
Well, Carly, what is it? How much money do you think I'm spending on this? Seems that every one of your folks there wants to run the operation and tells me one thing or another.
I thought we had agreed I'll be the one to handle this.
I know, but I'm annoyed about what happened the other day and the confusion of it.
Take care.
We were just talking about moving on.
We was?
Yes.
All I'm saying is, let's make sure things are more clear next time, and there ain't no need for threatening tones, none.
That weren't me being threatening.
What'd you say? That weren't you out there?
I said it's not me being threatening.
Who's threatening then?
I think it's decency to ask for payment when you agree on something. Do you not think?
It is, but they've made me wait twice. I had a business thing to fulfill. I wasn't quite ready then, and folks was expecting me to meet them willy-nilly without much of a time frame. They assumed more than I was saying.
I see.
It doesn't help that your folks is coming to me with different questions and ideas, and I think things is getting confused by a game of telegram now, as I see it. But I solved the problem. Kurt's gonna handle it, and I'm sure he'll keep it organized.
Say, how have you been? You looking fancy for hunting?
Unintentionally.
Good to see you again, Abigail.
Good to see you, Mr. Mclainy. Hi, Collie. Hi, Kurt.
Hey, Abby.
Mr. Sullivan.
Hello. Look at you looking so sharp.
Not intentionally. I had some business over in Saint Denis, and then I bumped into a few things on the way. I meant to go see you guys. I saw the message in the group telegram to Lo and Horsey. I really was only going to come out to talk, but, you know, push came to shove. I couldn't miss an opportunity.
I had gotten your telegram as well.
I'm certainly glad you got it.
I'm eager to figure out these details so I can get back to working on a new contract. I'm eager to make more money for the company.
Why don't you
Yeah,
come on up?
Yeah. Oh, before I forget, hold on. Let me go grab something on my horse.
Say, Sturgis.
I'm heading inside to cook something.
Alright. Shane mentioned to me that he telegrammed you, or you telegrammed him.
Shane?
About next week, yeah.
He did.
Do you think you can make a payment then? Do you think you can get the money together?
Well, see, we're going through Kurt now, but I got a question for you. How much, I mean, you may have already talked to Kurt about this, do they think I am paying? Because I've heard 3 different numbers tossed around, and 2 of them I did not say.
Well, I'd hope you would know, since you're the one who put it in, but it's 180.
That's right. I said I wanted $180 worth.
Of both half down the middle. Well, no, actually, no, it was the first one you said. That was 700, actually.
I did not say 700.
So my people are lying.
They must have misheard, or the game of Telegram is going around a little too rapidly. I suggested to Kurt, and the way he's handled it is that ought to one person be talking to him and handle the business from now on. I don't want to see anyone coming to me on the business, because if I get talked to by another person, I'm going to lose my mind, because first it was between me and Mr. Gold. And then other folks showed up from his gang trying to wheel and deal me as well. It's not too hard. As long as this is water underneath the bridge, I'm sure we'll keep doing good business, considering my caravan's a good opportunity.
Well, as long as we get paid, there's no issue. From me, anyway.
I am well.
And if you don't get paid, what's going to happen?
You seem well.
I'm alright.
Let's just hope it don't go that far, right?
See, that's what I don't like the sound of.
I think it's completely reasonable.
Here's the thing. There's a business in place. I don't have product, they don't have money. If nothing happens, then they're not at a loss for product, and I'm not at a loss for money. Now, I want to see this through, but the threats is what I have a problem with. That's the problem here. We want to do good business. Folks want to have access to my caravans to spread their goods across the caravan. I don't care what side they are from on things, but that's bad business. Threatening me like that. And that could end an opportunity of good things. I want to do the deal, but as I've seen it, folks is real friendly to me. To suddenly see folks not so friendly gives me pause.
Right, well, let's consider this water under the bridge for now, and let's just not let it happen again.
Uh-huh.
Agreed?
Agreed.
Good.
So I'm guessing that something happened while I was away.
There's water in the bridge now.
I hope so.
Is this the same book I gave you?
Yeah, so I was taking a look at it, and I realized I didn't place it back in the wagon when I gave it back to you.
I see.
And I'm not a thief, so I returned it as quickly as possible.
Oh, that reminded me of something.
Hello, Gwen.
I think I got you some from Blackwater.
Me? A gift?
Yeah, something like that. An opportunity I saw. I'm sure it's yellow me. If you could. Seems
What's
like
this?
a basic book here, but it might do you some good.
Abigail.
Oh, yeah.
You and I reckon gotten together of an idea of prices for goods on contracts, is it?
Yes, sorry. Thank you, Kurt.
I know we talked a little about it the other day, me and I, Rick, but do you have a list of what things should be sold for, or at least a proposed idea?
Well, I have a base. I need to check in with the butchers to make sure I have prices right for each cut that we can have available to us, as I'm not a butcher by trade. However, I was doing some numbers, and I think we need to increase our base price for meat in order to be able to pay our hands more thoroughly. Coming down to it, we're losing money on ammo. And
I
that's,
agree.
And unfortunately, we're competing at a very steep market. I was looking at the telegrams the other day, and I noticed somebody selling 100 for 30 pieces of meat, which is just not feasible for the amount of hands we hire on. My thought at the start, until we can get some solid work going, is 120 round the board.
Around the board. There's a few of them I would increase in price by a bit, considering I would have bird meat per cut at 55 cents, considering how much effort goes into getting it. And if folks don't like it, they just won't be able to buy our bulk then. I know someone will buy it eventually.
Oh, okay.
Especially with how hard bulk and bird meat is to get these days.
She's just walking home.
Hey, that takes a lot of power just to walk it off, by the way.
Sometimes that's all you can do.
Yeah, probably.
Regardless, I agree with you that bird meat should be more expensive, but as it stands right now, we're nobody. We're not a good caravan, we're not a known caravan, and I don't know what happened on Friday, if that particular contract went through. I hope it did.
We finished it.
Hey, Dan.
No, good. No, of course.
What now? Of everything across the board at 100, what would the base price cent wise per cut would be?
So per cut would be $1.20
per cut.
Per cut across the board.
So if I brought in 100 pork, it's $1.25 per pork.
Yes, sir.
And that's all right.
And that way, the 20 cents covers our ammo costs. Of course, people can. I had a suggestion here. And of course, we're going to have to eat some profit, but we get some bows and arrows for whoever decides to join up, greenhorns. And we can say, this is what you use. We'll give you an allotment of X amount of arrows.
Stands over here.
And that would be. That way we know how much we're spending on ammo. Arrows are 10 cents a pop from the blacksmiths, as far as I'm aware. Unless that's changed. So we can control the prices that way. Whoever brings their own rifle or gun pays for ammo on their own.
Another thing is we need to get the word out there that meat prices are going up. And once folks think that's happening, then the adjustments will start to happen and businesses will have to buy once the word gets out there.
Absolutely. But until then, we don't have competitive prices. Even $1.20 is a little bit expensive considering what's on the market.
Yeah, considering most folks is buying 35 cents a cut or 25 cents a cut for meat.
So it's tricky, especially because we want our people paid. And unfortunately, I think that's going to narrow our capabilities to bring on new hands whenever we go out. And the more hands we have, the harder it is to pay.
Thank you again.
In the meanwhile, we're going to have to focus on more herbs. We're going to have to focus on more fishing and transporting folks across the state, and mining can happen. But I'll talk to Monty. He's the first one I'm pretty sure I can get on board to buy our contracts once a week at our prices. He's a well-off man, and his workers even chuckle at him when he says he wants lower prices on things. And they're like, you are about near the richest man in the state, they say. And he's willing to listen when I tell him the breakdown of how much everything's going to cost per shot and so on.
And then that's my second thing. We can do something. So my suggestion is that maybe some days, instead of going out, we take our most charming crew, and I'd have to be Iric and Collie, and you, of course. Maybe not me, but we'll see. And set up in a place like Blackwater, Rhodes, even Valentine, and try and sell our wares to normal people. Though, if we can turn our hides into something else, like bags, rugs, something, at least we'll have more going for us, more conversations. But we need to be able to be found. so far, it's a hell. It's almost like hell in a handbasket trying to find us.
I understand. That's why I also put up a business flyer whenever we're about. And I do get plenty of telegrams asking about where we're going to be next. And folks are asking for rides and so on. The more we do that, the better we get at it. But one of the things we need to do often as well is I think the best bet to sell hides is through the blacksmith here in Strawberry. I haven't seen the others in a while. And per deer and per ram we kill, plus the meat, that if we were able to sell the hides as well, the hides will get us $1 per hide.
All right.
Well, I had a little input here. Saw the man that I
Thanks.
stopped over just outside. He's done a lot of this. Dan, the hunting band. Someone knows about prices and hunting and selling. That's him. I ain't too optimistic about these numbers. Apparently the bird meat, the high price that's been paid by someone who pays more than usual, is 30 cents. And that's in Blackwater.
Well, I tell you this.
And some of the other people, they pay even less. All I'm saying is, it's a goddamn pain in the neck. I'll leave all the number tinkering to you, but I'm also concerned if you go around asking even more than thrice the amount that other people pay for and demand, we'll end up looking like clowns.
Consider this. I'm not too keen on these prices anyways. I just heard that they were. Venison, when I kill deer, I get anywhere from sometimes 35. Good cuts, and I get their pelts. At 35 cents for, let's just say 5 venison, it's not too bad. Now, bird, on the other hand, I get 1 cut of bird per bird we kill. Bird has to be sold at a higher price, and folks is always working hard to get that. And when we have these things in bulk down the road, and folks is hurting for that bottleneck when it comes to bird, I'm sure they pay $1 per cut. And they can start making fancier meals out of them birds. But for pork, venison, and mutton, maybe not mutton as much, you can get a lot more of that per kill. So we can adjust the prices maybe to between 40 and 55 cents would be doable. And folks have been buying those cuts at those prices from me on occasion. So it is possible there. At $1 now, maybe just bird meat, considering the pain in the ass it is to get and how much expense it is. And we could change the price and cost of that in the state of Monroe over time by folks probably agreeing with us after how hard bird is to get. And if folks is always needing bird at their businesses, they're probably going to start paying the price when it's in bulk. Because 5, 3 here and there, they're probably, hoping more comes in. Folks always say they need bird.
So, God, this is a mess. So, I guess our secondary goal would be to try and convince people that bird's worth $1, and maybe we should talk more to Dan the hunting man, since he seems to be the most popular hunter. See if we can convince him to raise his prices. There's no harm in it for him.
That's a good idea right there. And if more folks is convinced to rise their prices, that could help.
Well, after all, I think you were talking to a couple of ranches. Maybe they can raise their prices too if they're selling meats. I know some of them do. But no, we gotta up the charm and convince those who are hunting that it's worth more. Until then, I guess we're gonna have to sell at lower prices. We're gonna have to hit the loss. But that's not really conducive for bringing new people on. We have to know that the people we have now are going to A, know that they're going to be paid, and B, know they're going to be paid well in advance.
Well,
maybe before we start taking on contracts, we'll just see how much the butcher makes us, pay our people there, and then continue on. Get some stock first.
Another thing I was considering, and Ira had brought this up to me, I believe, is that when we go to a spot, we don't have a contract or we're on our way to a contract, is we find a good spot to fish, gather herbs, and hunt. And we'll have folks on different jobs doing that. So it's not just one thing is happening. Herbs are really good. I know where to sell a bunch. What's the ranch out Armadillo way? What's that one called? Yeah, it's run by
Shoulder Ranch.
They need a lot of things, and they just about to be buying a lot of
It's
things.
running by there, Miss Hazel.
That's right, Hazel.
Same one that you did some, I think she sold you some herbs or bought some off you.
She bought some.
Yeah. Same one.
She bought some, and she will buy more.
All right. Then that's good. Then we know what we're looking for, and we know what we're going to be doing for the foreseeable future. And then that just comes down to what we're going to be able to pay the people who are currently working to get this caravan off the ground, and what we're going to pay new hands.
Another
I'd
thing
say.
as well, the blacksmith, the gun owner, the shop owner in Rhodes needs stone, lots of it. 5 cents a piece, but it adds up quickly, especially with pay dirt. And it's a bottleneck for him, he says. So if we can bring in, we could choose a day to go try it out. Send some folks hunting, some folks mining, some folks got on herbs. Spend some time at Gaptooth Mine and see what we can bring in.
All right. Then let's make you and I will make a schedule, and I'll post it in on Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday, so that way people know at least where to meet up instead of guessing on the Fridays that we usually go out.
Well, we'll make the regular meeting point from now on will be our camp over in Horseshoe Overlook. That's where we'll meet from now on. Does that sound, Kurt?
Excuse me, come again, because I've just been looking at town and disregarding all the numbers.
Lord, son.
Aren't you meant to be the foreman, Kurt?
Listen, I'm here, foreman, to make sure that everyone's doing their jobs and everybody's getting their pay. That's what a foreman does. I'm no accountant.
Well, I'm saying our camp, our residence of late will be over Horseshoe Overlook. The camp over there. And that's where we'll be meeting from now on.
Sounds good. All right.
If we can find a rock quarry that does stone closer to roads, that'll do us good as well.
I'll have Ira look into that.
I know there's salt quarries around there, but that don't mean much.
It does to the fishermen.
I don't know if you found anything closer than New Hanover or Roanoke. So,
then on that other business for me, Kurt, let's get that shipment figured out and into our hands as soon as possible so we can start peddling them as well.
there's one more matter. Hey, Charlie, have you been paid yet for your work?
Last time I was paid, now I do.
How many weeks are you missing?
She hasn't been here last week. And the week before, I think.
How many do you figure you showed up for that you're missing pay for?
I mean, I was only here for when Abigail ran it, and you passed over the keys to Abigail for the wagon.
That's right. Did you supply
So that's at
any
least
of the
one.
lease
I
So
did.
you missed
for
one.
that contract?
All right.
But I'm not picky.
Well, I gotta go make some deliveries. I'm down at the last $2 in my account after paying everyone I have paid so far. So, I got some things to sell. Get you tied up for the day Abigail went out. And we'll figure that out.
Hello. How do you? Oh.
Who's this?
Oh, hello, Miss Lou. Miss Lou. I'm just bringing Nathan
Lou,
back.
good to see you.
Yeah, your your prospect. He dug himself a fucking grave and a half, didn't he?
Who's that?
Cortez.
Cortez, what happened with him? I haven't heard from him lately.
Oh, he completely fucked up his entire campaign and swindled a whole bunch of people, and Overall, is hated by most people in Monroe.
Oh, Lord, that makes sense now. Someone was trying to tell me, I guess that, but they weren't answering any of my questions when I was like, what did he do wrong? What happened? And I guess they didn't know quite right. They just knew people who was mad.
Yeah, he bought a bunch of watches on discount from Blackwater and then tried to sell them for $5 as genuine Warma gold-plated watches. What I will say though is, if you really want to be part of a political campaign, like an actual political movement, you should give me your telegram so that I can include you.
Well, I think I'm taking a break from it since Cortez gone and done that. It was off to a good start in my eyes until he had to gone and do this.
Well, this is established and full of people that already have been mayor.
Well, Lou, I'll have to hear about it from you sometime when I'm up to here in politics, which I ain't at the moment. But as long as the party leans towards, well...
It's for the people, by the people. It is the voice of the people.
Okay, well...
Amen.
I'll have to hear about it, and if it...
And it ain't just one person running it.
And that's good.
Yeah, it is.
What happened to his dog, Kerrigan, then? I heard he might be running amok.
I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention to Mr. Cortez. He's not very interesting.
I don't talk to him for a week and a half, and he loses.
Oh, no, he fucked it up in 2 days. 2 days after that whole thing in Armadillo, he fucked it up.
Christ. And I gave him so much good advice.
Huh?
Oh, just chicanery and tomfoolery and a bunch of stupid shit.
Well, it looks like I'm no longer keen on helping him out with his motives now that he's gone and done that.
Well, I look forward to your telegram.
Well, I look forward to hearing about it probably later today, if not Monday.
Certainly.
Anyhow, I appreciate the books you sold me. They've been good reading for us on the road when I do get a chance to read them.
Oh, yes, that's right. I completely forgot about that. I'm glad you enjoy them.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I came to drop the boy off.
It's good to see the boy, huh? Looks like he's well.
That's because I've been feeding him like a fucking horse all weekend. He's exhausted because he rode that wagon all the way from Tumbleweed here.
Aw. This poor thing must be tuckered out.
Yeah.
Is he taking him?
Yeah, I should inside. Here, oh.
Appreciate it.
There you go.
Well, Abigail, you know how I run Greenhorns, right?
Well, sure.
What I said in the letter.
So I tell them that they get paid on
Of course,
Fridays.
wait, come back here for a second.
And if they show up, they get their pay. If they don't, it's forfeit.
Come back here for a second.
So I haven't had any greenhorns show up again afterwards in a while. But I would change that rule once we get going. But so many folks show interest in helping, and then they either don't do much, or they
I have
disappear the week later.
more to deliver. So I bid you all adieu.
So,
Hold on.
so here's, what are you planning? Because I was going to suggest we pay them upfront well, once we leave, they get $5 and they get the rest of their pay if they show up on Friday. That way we don't garner a bad reputation for them not showing up. At least they get paid something.
Daddy.
Yeah, we could do that.
Hello.
5 isn't too much.
No.
Yeah, that would
no
be
one
me.
here.
How can I help you?
No, but at least they get
Oh, I'm
something.
different than all of y'all.
And if
I'm a
they
woman.
don't show up,
Why would I
then
be?
that's on them.
That's why I said it. 'Cause I thought
Now, are
would
you
laugh
busy
about it
this
and walk
evening?
away. I wish you luck on your property, kid. I'm not.
Abigail?
No, but I need to have a conversation before we go into the thick of it.
All right. Well, I was just saying, I'm thinking after this, we'll head down to Horseshoe Point Overlook and No, we'll head down towards the river next to the fishing shack. I was going to do some fishing since that cost me nothing to do. And try to get some game out that way and some herbs. And Monday I'll see about trying to sell some to make some more money for the caravan.
Then I'm happy to go fishing with you, Mr. Sturgis. We can talk and fish.
That sounds mighty fine. Gwen, how have you been, by the by? I hardly see you, but when I do see you, it's... Well, I've been at it all day, and I start getting ready for sleep. Now, don't I?
Yeah, I've been fine, Sturgis. How you been?
I've been well. It's good to see you again, like always. Will you be willing to join us for a bit of fishing and gathering?
Yeah, I'm not the best fisherman, but I guess I can give it another go.
Well, you can still join us out there, and there's plenty of deer out on the hill next to us as well, if you fancy hunting them instead.
Yeah, why not? I'll give it a shot.
Well, see if Kurt wants to go, and that might make 4 of us.
All right. Seems busy at the moment.
A good thing. Good thing to be busy. So, if you have a moment before we go, I think we have some stuff to discuss, Gwen.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Either way. I'm sure the boy enjoyed it.
Take care, Lou. It's good to see you again. Safe ride.
Take it easy.
Kurt, once Gwen and Abigail's done, we're gonna head out towards the lake. Bit of hunting and fishing. You have time for that, do you?
You know what? I did want to try my hand at fishing at some point, at least again.
Well, sturgeon out that way. Sells for about $2, $3 sometimes. Get a few of them. I used to fish for them for a wee while when I had my troubles down Mexico way when I was new to Monroe. I only could fit so many on my horse. So, having a wagon now, I think will be a lot better.
think that fishing usually is a bit more lucrative than hunting. Somehow.
Who do you think buys fish? I'm reckoning Saint Denis folks does.
I say certainly. I think I remember something about some cafe or something by the shore or by the pier.
Most folk
They
out
buy some.
west and Blackwater way, and even here, they consider fish to be not good meat. You know what I mean? Not too keen on it, they is. But the folks out east, they think it's a delicacy. Which is funny how that works, huh?
So relative.
Sure is. Sure is.
So what are the both of them doing again?
Having a private conversation. Abigail, go ahead.
What about Eric? Is he still not here?
I ain't seen him around. No.
Did we ever find out why he got put in a coma?
Yeah.
Was it
Found himself in a barn with a cougar.
Uh-huh.
Which way do they walk off to?
I
Up that
was
hill to the right.
attention.
Huh? Both of you spoke at the same time. I didn't hear you.
To our right, up that hill.
To the right. Okay.
Yep. You know, for a moment, that woman showed up, right? I thought the queen had arrived or something. A king or queen.
Oh, they're more well put together than last time she was here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I barely recognized her.
Shit.
Wolves. Lord! Oh, Lord!
Let me have a look at you.
Jesus.
Ah, damn mangy beasts.
Hey, Gwen, did I get you?
Careful. We got a
No,
crazy
I'm
look
fine.
going after
Okay.
somebody. Careful.
We used to have, what was it, the 30-day rule?
I think it was 60 days for businesses.
Oh, was it? Okay, yeah. I
I
wasn't
think-
sure with like the leases how that worked, right? Because they have like a weekly lease that they have in the newspaper there, and we didn't have none of that.
Come on now, get moving, will you?
How you doing, Secretly Soul? Welcome in, man. It's good to see you. Sorry, I haven't been replying to chat right away. We were like deep in the RP there. Yes, control the market. Hell yeah. How have you been?
Something sure got to strip off you.
Hey, we can see a bow. Getting the local sheriff's office to hire us to go kill some wolves. That could be a thing.
Yeah, they sure do need a bit of culling around here.
That they do. I'll go calm my horse some. I'm sure we don't all want to be listening to that for all too long.
Just a bit.
Oh, I can't believe you're apologising for that. Okay, let's see if I can find any pet killers.
This will have a bit of a sting. You ready? but it's in the wardrobe.
So, what's it look like?
It's in a tin,
Tin, okay.
rectangular, and fourth shelf up.
Right, 4th shelf,
Another
okay,
wagon.
alright.
Abigail, knowing you're definitely gonna make a speedy recovery, and I bet your hand will be twice as strong after. I'm sure of it.
Insurance is way better once I'm all bandaged up.
Oh, I think it's a bad time to be reminded of this, Abigail.
Oh dear.
Kurt and I were discussing handing his wagon over to you so he could be on horseback more often.
We'll get to that.
We will.
See, now I'm trying to see, with all the blood cleared away, if it'll need stitching, which I can manage, but... Shit.
I don't like that you're saying shit.
Oh, you meant it in a good way. Didn't you?
He's looking at a wolf fight. I doubt he meant that in a good way.
Look, I can be helped, can I?
Has anyone checked?
Keep her company, I'll go clean up a bit. I'll be right back.
Has anyone checked the local doctors in? If they haven't, I can go take a look.
I haven't looked. I
I
don't
can
think
try
Gwen
to
has
manage
any.
this, but that would be fine for the sake of it. I'm worried about rabies.
All right, I'll be back. Hello?
I think Sturgis is doing that, but I think, yeah, I can go what?
I don't think he's doing that. Sturgis, did you find me some cocaine paste? In the office, maybe.
There ain't no dock in there, but I can try and go get some.
If you could find it, that'd be useful. Something for the pain here.
Mm-hmm.
You found any?
This one's about half used. Just sitting there on the counter.
Thank you. Thank you. Should be about enough.
How's she doing?
She's doing.
Could be better, I guess. That's how I'm saying.
I live, so I'm alright.
I'm gonna need you to not be moving.
Fucking hate needles.
There's the eye root.
I'm sure it'll be over before you know it.
Might hope so.
Yeah, sure. This is easy. This is easy stuff. You can do it. Don't worry about it. What, a snap of a finger, it's over.
What's going on here?
Abigail here got attacked by a wolf.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
Things came down the hill. Chasing a fella in. Rabid beasts. If they is.
Yeah. What are you doing in the neck of these parts?
Me?
Yeah.
You golly, fetch me the curved scissors inside.
Why wouldn't I be in these negative parts?
Is it stupid to ask are these scissors curved? I don't know what to do. Okay. Alright,
How you
I'll-
doing since your cougar kiss?
Come back. It's in the medical bag. Just
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
my hands are busy.
I'm alright. It's, Doc's had a good look at me and everything seems to be in order. I'm a little scratchy, you know, but I'll live.
I'm glad you're doing well. Seems each of us in turn is taking time to get wounded by some beast or another.
It's like a mark.
Yeah, these must be.
Walk with me.
Yeah.
You get some air. I talked to Abigail about the repricing of things.
Yeah.
And I think the only one we can really swing at those prices would be bird meat, considering. But with venison and pork, big game meat and mutton, you get more than one usually, and some bigger critters give more than that. I think we can get away with selling between 40 and 55 cents for the others, and still make a profit plus the hides when we sell the hides for $1 each.
We're not going to make much profit off of the meat if we're cutting it that low is the problem. See, I did, doing the math, even with Dan selling for 30 cents for a piece of meat. I mean, 100 pieces of meat, you're only making $10 in profit if you're using, really, really cheap ammo.
I hear you. And you said that's at 50 cents a piece?
I think, no, 30 cents.
Yeah, we're not going to do 30 cents, so 20-cent difference can make a difference. Well, I don't want us only focusing on hunting. I never wanted that. I wanted us mining on occasion for the gunsmiths, for stone and lead. I wanted us selling skins. I wanted us selling herbs. I got a book on it now. I'll have you turn to read it.
Yeah, from Hazel, huh?
And Hazel gave me her price listing for herbs as well. Herbs don't cost us nothing to spend. Ain't cost us nothing to pick, is what I was saying.
Up this way.
And, what else? Offering folks rides is a way to make money. Larger contracts. We're going to talk with other hunters to start increasing their prices by a couple of cents as well. It's the best place to get started, and I'm sure bird and bulk we can swing, considering that it's a bottleneck for most businesses and it's hard to get a hold of. At any given time, most folks is getting a handful amount of time.
Yeah, I understand. There's got to be something that we can do to help the economy start raising up prices, because these prices are going to kill us.
That they is. On to another pressing matter. It still has me real riled up, it does. Collie is fixing to be more disrespectful towards me, as I had a talk with her. I have, by the by, Kurt handling that business now. But between Shane, Vano, herself, and others, they're all rustling over to get this deal done because they want to take credit for it or something. I take it. That there's been a game of Telegram going, and the folks has got the prices all mixed up. I have them set straight on it, but there she goes again, saying, well, don't be a penny out of line, and, what's good for you and all that. And I said, well, what happens if I decide I don't want to do business now? She says, you don't want it to come to that. Disrespectful way of talking. Ain't that how you do business. It's how you lose business. A man like me.
Yeah, I know. You're dealing with people who don't care about that, though, Sturgis.
Yeah, and I'm fixing to fire Collie over it now. She's going to be coming along talking to me that way. What does she think's going to happen if something happens to me? Do you think Kurt's going to be friends with her afterwards? Do you think you'll be friends with her afterwards?
Collie hasn't done anything to disrespect me directly. Now, I'm not saying that I don't think that it can be handled any differently. The woman has been by my side for a long time. We've defended each other against, different threats, the weather, long travel, many nights together. I'd hate to lose her. I really would. I wouldn't say that she's out of my friendship, though.
I'm saying if I was harmed because her and her friends decided that she wanted the deal wasn't good enough or something goes sideways.
I would not want that to come to happen.
She so easily threw that about. Them words as they were.
Well, let me say something here. And I'm going to be really honest with you, because you've been honest with me up to a certain point. I didn't know about this deal, Sturgis. I didn't know that you might have had illegal goods on the wagon, or anywhere near it. I didn't know. Now, I'm supposed to protect you and everyone else here. I'm supposed to protect the goods that we have on that wagon. And if I don't know that there's the potential that not only do law come after us, but other people who are outside of the law, who don't give a damn about gunning us down in the street for the things that we have in our wagon. And I didn't know about that? Sturgis, you slighted me. You should have told us.
I feel folks ain't listening with their ears. I've been true to my word. I've said I don't care what the government says is legal and illegal. I'm willing to sell it so my folks can have a better life, better bread. Because who says men can't have moonshine? Who says men can't have peyote? And who says men can't have opium to heal their wounds?
Sturgis, I'm not arguing that with you, mate. You have your own opinions about that stuff, and it's your caravan. If you want to hold something like that, that's fine. What I'm telling you is, none of us had any idea that there's the possibility that the other day there could have been illegal material on the wagon. We didn't know you made a deal with Vano. That's my point.
I've been talking about it for God knows days, and I've also alluded to the fact that we might have a business deal soon. Have I not?
You've made mention of a few things, but you never confirmed any of it with us. That's all. It wasn't clear. And so it startled us. It startled the hell out of me, man. We came around that corner and there's 6 people waiting for us. And I'm the only guy with the gun out.
Thing is, I know half of them, and they've all been friendly yet pleasurable with me, to then suddenly switch on a dime when they've made me wait to do business. I've had the money ready for days, and in fact, I had my own money, but over the weeks with contracts, I've had to pay you folks. And as soon as I told them that they need to wait a little bit longer for me to make a job finish, then they get uppity. And the worst of all, Carly as well. Somebody I've hired on, given her good work, brought her along, suddenly changing on a dime towards me. That is what I'm surprised by. Now, I can be more upfront, and I felt that I've never not alluded to what my caravan might hold, and you've even recommended me to put things on horses, which I would surely take to heart. Even in the early days when I had you on, I've made mention to you.
Yes, you have. You have. And again, I'm not calling you against that. You've talked about it before. We've discussed it before, and I have no problem with it. It's your stuff. I'm just there to protect it. The only thing I had a problem with is this particular deal was not mentioned to any of us that I'm aware of.
Well,
and it wasn't mentioned to me.
Kurt surely had missed a day, which didn't help, but he had introduced me to Mr. Gold. In fact, Kurt was there when I said I wanted to do business with the fella, and I alluded to him, because there's folks around, that I'm willing to transport many different kinds of goods. And Mr. Gold, being the man of he is, understood what I meant by that. Kurt understood what I meant by that. The fact that he missed the day that I was finally doing the deal made him, I guess, not understand what was happening. But this entire time, I've been on the path of looking for peyote, to get it, to sell it, to transport it. And I guess the mistake was that, well, it being my business, I figured I was just going to make the deal myself with folks that I have been talking to for weeks who've been good in my books, who have not given me pause to not trust them, as you could understand. So my surprise for them to be suddenly grumpy, and here's the thing, and I said it to Collier as well. It's not just her trying to do business with me. I started this business with Vano. Then one of his guys, Shane, wants in on it. And then Colley's in on it all of a sudden, and others from his gang. Now they're playing a game of Telegram, and things ain't got clear. I see it as they made a kerfuffle by them not being clear or misunderstanding what I said. Because Kurt came to me with concern saying that, oh, it was a deal for $700. I ain't never once said I was going to buy $700 worth of them goods. I said I would like to buy 180 worth is what I have now, and I want to give it a test run to sell. And from there on, they can have more business. Now, these, I'll say it now, these ne'er-do-wells, who I thought were becoming my friends, would have hopefully been able to imagine the good business that could come from having a caravan willing to transport such goods across the state, do business. I have a buyer in Saint Denis who'd be willing to buy it from us being the middleman. So I felt I was being clear and talking to it. It's just what I understand now, and go back before I go on a huge tangent circle, is next time I have business, I will make sure Kurt, and you've been around long enough to let you know what the plan is on these goods and who I'm doing business with. So you know who to watch out for.
Does Abigail know about any of this?
I have talked to her about it before as well, that I would be selling these things. From now on, when I bring on greenhorns and I come to trust them, it has to become when I come to trust them, and they become enough to let them know that this caravan goes across all places. We might be stationed here in Monroe right now, and I know there's prohibitions on certain things, but I will still sell these goods because I do not, like I said, the rule of God is what I care about, and frontier justice we're not out there. Most of the time, we'll be out on the road anyhow, not in towns, worrying about law coming pestering us. And I believe most time, law will not have a reason to come looking through our wagons anyhow. Nor would they be able to come and find us in the first place of how spread out they is. A little control they have in the state.
With the apron. Take it.
As I see it, plenty of misconceptions have been able to flourish and travel amongst our own and others. I aim not to have that happen again. I can promise you this.
I think that those of us who've been around the longest, those of us who are, in this inner circle, you, me, Kurt, Abigail, Gwen, and Collie right now, still, we definitely need to be in the know of this business. It's to protect ourselves. That's all. Everything that goes on with it. Because if we leave out one detail, it can put us in bad situations. And especially for people like Abigail, who's not really attuned to this type of life. You know what I mean?
I know. And I've been around the block. I've been through things like this before.
You have, man. We look up to you. You're a 40-year fucking trail vet.
Yeah, I met
I just want to know what's going on when it's going on. That way I'm not surprised and I'm not getting the wrong idea when someone comes up to our camp and you're expecting them and I'm not.
All right. Listen to, on this topic, things have been smoothed over, so you know. So that can be in your mind now. Kurt's taking over the deal for me. I recommended him a few points that I would like, touched upon when it comes to, I never agreed to 700, I never agreed to 280, I agreed to 180. I want business to be done through one person of their group and not many. And if they want business through me, he ought to make a point that they need to be respectful if they want to see them flourish. Because right now, they have a huge opportunity that you do not want to squander with my business, with my caravan. The fact that their folks are intertwined with my folks should lead to a level of modicum of respect towards me and ours.
Yeah. Just remember, and I don't need to tell you this, but I'm going to say it out loud anyway. That's their livelihood. Yours is a difference. That's their livelihood is selling these goods. So any sort of problem that comes up, delay, whatever, that's delaying their livelihood. I'm certain that's probably why they're getting riled up.
I know this. I give all kinds of folks a chance in my caravan as well. If their livelihood is so bad, they can ride out with us for a bit of work, company, and all that, and get paid for it. And the best part of it, it ain't in town, and law rarely ever comes snooping about. The last time that happened, gosh, was weeks ago. Any of them
Yeah.
came into our
Long
camp.
time ago. Well, that's all I wanted was to just clear it up now.
I understand, and it's water on the bridge, but I had a talk with Colleen, and I'm none too pleased with it either. I told her, we agreed to it. It's water on the bridge now. It's going to get done. I still am keen on buying it, but I am not happy with the respect she's shown towards me in the idle threats that are inferred through her speech towards my person. That I do not stand for. And I think they are wise enough to not to come harming me or any of us, considering this is churlish. Ain't no good reason for it, and it only leads to wantless bloodshed potentially, broken ribs, or just bad business. We are an opportunity for them, and if they are so stark on getting these things sold, because it seems to me they are rapid to get sold, considering they may be struggling getting business from elsewhere. My business will be around the state of Monroe for a long time. I will make sure of it. And when I'm gone, it will be Kurt's business. And hopefully by then his belt's strong.
All right. Did you talk to Kurt and Gwen about pay?
I did. They got paid.
All right. I offered to pay him, but they didn't let me.
You don't need to do that. It's for it's for me and Kurt to worry of getting paid through.
I know. I should tell you too. Like I told the others, the Lion's Pit here in Strawberry hired me on.
I remember you telling me of it. You were looking towards it.
Yeah, it's not a full-time anything. It's just a part-time thing. Every once in a while on the weekends they do events and things like that, but it's side money. So I'm more of a permanent resident here now because of that.
No, I understand.
What?
The
If you ever wanna
caravan.
come in for a drink.
I will. It's, the caravan life, it has its ups and downs. And I'm establishing myself in the state of Monroe. Until we can get regular contracts and regular business, some weeks we'll have good pay, some weeks will be slow. In fact, after paying everybody and finishing what I owed, I have $2 to my name.
All right. So that was on to my next question. Do you still want to do this business with Bono?
It is going to be finished through Kurt. Kurt is handling it.
Does he have the money for it?
He does have the money for it. I've given
Alright.
him the money.
All right. That's all I wanted to know. So I don't mind backing it. I really don't. I want to make sure it gets pushed through rather than just lingering around.
Listen, I'll talk to Kurt, but I want Kurt to let him know if once we come to another business agreement and we make a deal, one person on their side is spokesman, we get a date, they don't reschedule on me and I don't reschedule on them. They shouldn't be as angry as they are considering how many times they've rescheduled on me to start with. On top of that, if there's idle threats, after the next business is concluded, business will be permanently concluded between us and them. I want a healthy partnership, a happy one, of folks I can enjoy a drink with and not be threatened by. Because they understand. I don't want to fight, but we will defend ourselves. I would defend myself.
Yeah, I know.
I've done it before. I've been attacked by natives in the past. I've been attacked by highwaymen, and I have put many men in the ground over protecting my assets and my own and my kin.
Yeah, I don't want to have to pull a trigger on somebody either, Sturgis.
I'd rather not have to neither. It's a waste of good men. And it's a waste of God's time. I see it as over petty conflict. That's all it is. I'm a reasonable man, Eric.
You can be, yes. You get a little heated sometimes.
You might be right about that. I do weather much annoyances.
Let us take that burden off your shoulders, that's all. We're here for a reason. You don't have to do everything yourself.
I appreciate that.
I'll have Abigail and I go over the numbers again. We'll run some other ideas back and forth. Try to see what we can come up with.
Abigail has a plan to talk to some of the local hunters to increase the prices as well, so we're not the only ones.
Yeah.
By the by, my focus is not hunting. That
No.
was a contract. We
Yeah.
need to be doing more than one thing. And you have brought it to my attention that we find camping spots where we both can gather herbs, hunt, and fish.
Yeah. Yeah, I know a few places that are pretty good for that. I had the idea that if we plot out one or two places, at least one place in every region where we always go to, where we know the herb picking's good, where we can fish and hunt, maybe even gold pan. If we pick one spot, that way we always know where we're going. And that way if anybody has to catch up with us to work for the day, they know where we're going.
Well, the West, I know plenty of good locations. The Heartlands as well. So there's about 4 or 5 locations I can think of off the top of my head in between those
Yeah.
regions.
But I mean,
I would
one
like
spot per.
I would like to get us down to Gaptooth Way near the lake. Make a camp out there by that old the old ranch we've been to before. Remember it?
Yeah.
There could be a regular stopping spot for us.
Mm-hmm.
We set up folks fishing out that way. Plenty of sage, plenty of chanterelles, plenty of other things out there that are worth the damn to pick. None of that blue bonnet though. I'll realize after getting that herb book, it's for decoration. We could probably get away with selling that stuff to folks in St. Denis one of these days, but we're not picking that junk anymore. And then on top of that, some of us can go to the mine, earn some pay dirt, and mine stone and lead specifically for the gun stores. There's a fella I know out in Rhodes who's willing to buy all the rock I can offer because it is a bottleneck point in his work. He always needs it and he buys it 5 cents a piece. Doesn't cost us anything but time to get it, and if a bunch of us put in rock together, and that could sell after a while. But the pay dirt will pay us as well. You can get a couple of dollars pretty easy from that throughout the time gathering the goods. But on top of that, there's gems in those rocks out there. And I tell you, if I find another gem, I'm selling it and I'll split it amongst the folks for the hard work. Anyone finds a gem, it's theirs. You keep it, you sell it whenever you find a place to sell it.
That sounds like a plan for me.
While folks are out there, they can hunt, they can get hides, they can fish, and we can make a day of it. And on this side, we can hunt deer, we can fish, we can mine salt, and we can gather ginseng and other herbs out in the heartlands.
Would you consider something for me and the others? And I really know you hate this, but we can move at night. We can. We can make a lot of progress on our outings. If we stop every time it gets night, we are cutting away half of our day.
All right, let's consider this then. Some cases, I don't mind moving on through night a little longer, but we have to think about the horses. We have to think about the wagon's wheels and what we can't see
Sure.
on that dark road.
Absolutely.
Risk of wolves, ne'er-do-wells. They prefer the dark. Depending how far we're from town, you've seen it before, I don't mind continuing on. Another thing is folks get hungry. When we ever cook again and we can make better meals, part of the idea is we need to stop, get rest for the horses, water, feed the folks and all that. And we can make use of resources nearby. Now, depending on where we're going and how far we're going, we'll play it by ear, and I'll bring Kurt and maybe you onto it, thinking if it's a good place to stop or what we need to do. For the most part, I have an idea what I want to do. I know I haven't been around as much as I could have been lately. I've been very preoccupied with so much of late. But I do want to say that Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays will have more of my time about.
All right. Sounds fair to me.
Just what you talked at us.
By the way, there's been, I don't know if you've heard, but there's been 3 folks that have been prowling around the valley early in the morning, robbing people. I guess they caught one of them, but there's still 2 on the loose.
I heard of them. I'm
Yeah.
up to speed on this. Anything else
Alright.
you ought to say you want to get off your chest so we're all on the same page?
Yeah, actually. You know, ever since you brought on Ned Kerrigan, I've had a bad fucking vibe about people just randomly coming on these trips without getting vetted.
It's hard to say when we need workers hard. What can we do to vet them? They could just lie still. Now, I'm not too keen on taking Ned Kerrigan these days anymore with his alcoholism and his non-professional demeanor. I've given him a few chances, I did. I give all kinds of folks chances. It is what it is. But the line of new workers we're going to be getting from, tell you the truth, you might not like it, will be reformed workers from Sisika. I have a deal with the warden coming through.
That's not too bad. I say, in the places that we know, and you know maybe a few people in Rhodes or whatever, and maybe we make friends with people in Armadillo, and I know people here, Kurt knows people here in Strawberry, and maybe some people in Valentine. We need to make sure we're crossing these names with people that we know, so that these random people who come up to us wanting work, maybe the townsfolk of Strawberry or Valentine know these folk, and we can go to them and say, hey, you know this guy? They say, oh yeah, I know him. Okay, how is he, you know?
Son, I do this. I do. Not everyone knows everyone, but when I have the opportunity to, I do ask my own folks even. I go, Kurt, do you know of this fella? If not, I'm still going to give most folk a chance when it's my nature. And so far, no one's robbed us. We've only had a boxing match once with Bobby and Kerrigan. Worst could happen. It could. And it can happen again in the future, but son, I'm aware of these things. I'm looking out for folks. I am asking questions. But yes, we will ask around. I'll make sure of it.
Good. I'm here to protect this place. That means you. And that means all these new people that come on. But it also means I got to be wary of them. You know, I can trust everyone. I just can't trust the devil inside of them.
Son, I am glad that both you and Kurt are pessimistic when it comes to new folks, and you get a stick up your ass. It is important to have opposing perspectives. Now, I might get grouchy about it on occasion, that I do. I'm old, and I think I've earned it. But I still find it is right to give folks a chance. And I have been pleasantly surprised more times than I have been displeased.
Yeah. That's it, though. Just, I think it's going to be healthy for us to have some communication, that's all.
Hey, the both of you, you hear me?
Yeah.
We're about to go to bed.
Yeah. We'll be over there in a sec.
Well, head over.
Alright. Let's go say goodnight to the folks, I suppose.
Good morning, mister.
The rest of us, we're going to head back towards Horseshoe Point, and, well, no, we're going to head out towards the lake past it, but that's where I'll be camped out afterwards. We're going to catch some sturgeon.
Oh, yeah. Kurt was talking to me about the Horseshoe Point. It's a nice place.
That it is. And do me a favor, son. Talk some sense in the collie.
Sorry.
Because I am at my wit's end with the woman.
I can give it a shot. I didn't know she was such good friends with him.
I knew. I've mentioned it before, at least to Kurt.
Yeah.
Because Vano is very keen of her, and he always asks how she's doing with us. I figured with Vano and I having drinks and having good conversations that he was going to, you know, be glad that I was taking care of one of his kin that I seen as one of my kin. Short-tempered fool.
I get it. Well, you guys plan on some of you moving out, some of you going to bed, huh?
Considering that I was just mauled by a wolf, I am definitely staying.
Yeah, considering I was just mauled by a cougar a week ago, I get it.
That Owen Gila trip might have to be tomorrow or something. If you're around, that is, Sturgis.
Tomorrow?
tomorrow, whatever other day.
Well, I'll be about tomorrow. You can guarantee it. I will be looking to do some pondering upon things, business-wise, bit of fishing, bit of making business happen. Between Abigail and Eric, I think we're coming up with some good ideas when it comes to what we set things for. By the by, Kurt, now I have met with the warden of Sissica, and he will be helping me reform folks through the caravan for new greenhorns. I say oranges? I did. Greenhorns.
The warden of Sissica is a fool. I don't like him, and I would have shot him if I had the chance.
Well, I don't like to hear that, none. Violence can be doing without, but folks, like I said, I like to give folks a second chance. And out on the open road, a lot of folks enjoy that, and getting a few folks looking for work right off the back will do the caravan good through Sissica.
Okay, so they'll be working without pay, or what is it?
I don't know the deal yet. We're working the details out, but it could lead to new hires if we like them.
All right, if it's for pay, then they ought to pay for that pay, and then some.
Yeah.
My hope is to get the warden to pay us handsomely to take some folks off their hands for trading purposes and all that.
Yeah.
Mention risk or something.
We'll need a lot of us, Sturgis, to keep an eye on the ne'er-do-wells. We'll need a number of us so we can keep ourselves protected and keep them in line.
Here's the thing.
Not to mention, I don't know if I'm comfortable bringing on anybody who's got some pretty extensive history, especially when it comes to violence, like heavy violence.
Yeah,
it sounds a
there
little
needs to
bit.
be some limit as to which of them we take in.
I'm pretty
what
sure.
What kind of felonies, problems they've been up to.
I'm pretty sure they've mentioned to me once, another deputy said, not everyone can get into this program. So they're probably giving folks win. But here's the thing. I've given all sorts of folks chances. You've seen it. All of you have seen it. Maybe some of you who are newer and others haven't, but...
Yeah, there's a difference between picking up one or two or having a deal of taking in a bucket load of them.
We're not going to take 7 out once. That'd be 1 or 2 on occasion. I have the wits about me to know how many we can handle, son. But listen, I don't care what folks' backgrounds is. As long as they do none of us harm or give us a problem, that's what matters. Become one of us one day if they prove themselves. If not, they got a bit of work out of it and they move on. Hell, if I can get the state to pay us for this program, then hell, we're making a better deal, I think.
I ain't taking on no murderers and thieves. I'll tell you that much right now.
Wouldn't be murderers, and hell, I wouldn't probably take a thief neither. Too much of a risk out there on the roads.
Then that doesn't leave many people like go to Sissica then.
That's true, but I guess that means that the people that do go to Sissica for other means, other than violence and thievery, they might deserve a second chance.
Well, I guess it depends on the person. Like I said, I give folks chances. Some folks have been thieves in the past, but they robbed banks or whatever, and they had a code about it. Let's just say it comes down to the individual, and I will talk to them.
I ain't a babysitter.
I'm not asking you to be a damn babysitter, Gwen. I've took likes of Evie and her brother with us. I've given other folks chances before. Did you need to babysit them some? Any of you?
No, but I know them.
Wait a moment. Did you think that Dutch is her brother?
I know she's not. I thought in the beginning it was, and I misremember. I know they were other things. They were pretending to be brother and sister when I first met them.
Listen, all I'm saying is we better get paid handsomely for this type of work. It seems like a lot.
Yeah, that's a big deal, Sturgis, and I'd like to think about this for a while before we do anything about it. That's a lot of responsibility.
Well, I'll have Abigail
Those are
with
people.
me. There will be talks of what's to be expected, and if the warden can pay us well for helping them out with what the shit is, getting folks out of Sissica to come to work and all that, then hell, I think we got a good deal of it.
I think it's only a good deal if they give us extra security. If we're meant to be teaching them how to,
I don't want lawmen riding up with our caravan, none.
Well, it's tough luck. If we're taking on their people, then there needs to be at least one of them kicking out for them.
Only weeks ago, I had plenty of caravan guards. We've lost Mr. West, who I have no idea where he's been, and others. Evie hasn't been about, and her friend Dutch has not been about. Those were good guns to have for a while. I'm working on filling out the rest of security for our caravan. It is important to me. I've not forgotten of that.
I mean, as it stands, Mr. Mclainy, and I'm going to be frank with you, we can't afford that. What you're looking at seems like the core of our group and what we can afford, if that, honestly.
Yeah, this is it right here. What you got?
So I think before we start branching out and getting security, especially for this kind of contract, I believe it's in our best interests to cut costs where we can. And if we have to take on a lawman or two for the time before we can do that, I don't think that's a bad idea. Unless there's something that you don't want lawmen to be looking into on the caravan that I'm unaware of.
Well, since I'll let you in on this. You ought to know. I've said it before, and I said to others, and you were new in the beginning, so I didn't let you know much, and I've given you a lot of responsibility.
Hush.
All I care for out there on the road is the law of God and frontier justice. The law of the arm of the government does not reach far enough to protect the likes of us out there on the trail. And I don't think it is right for them to decide if we can have moonshine, opium, and peyote and things of that sort. Other states have their prohibitions, and other states are up and down on it. It is what it is. And I've been clear of the others on this. I have.
I don't I understand that out there we have to take care of ourselves. A lawman isn't going to be able to catch us in the middle but fuck nowhere. But I swear to God, I don't want anything to do with peyote. Moonshine's one thing. Peyote, drugs, all the like, opium, it's too far gone. Especially if we get caught moving it around. No, sir. It's not worth it. Count me out of those runs. I'll do anything else, but not that.
Well, that's fine then. You can keep an eye on the above board goods, and I'll figure out those deals between myself then and others. But that's what I've been doing for 40 years strong. And I'll tell you, every 10 years it changes. All because competitors out there who have nice distilleries and other things don't want competition on some goods. It's a bunch of hooey, if you ask me.
I think there's way for a reason, Mr. Mclainy. But it's your caravan. I'm not going to get into that business. Simple as that. I'll do everything else.
All right, then I suppose we have an understanding.
Aye, that we do.
She is right about affording things. We can't afford things, we can't afford things. We have to start small.
Son, I want to be clear. Everyone I want to be. I understand this. This potentiality with the warden is not set in stone. And that's what I've been trying to say. There's a potential there for good money if they're paying well for it.
When's the next time you're speaking with him?
He'll be getting back to me through Telegram tomorrow. Or Wednesday.
Well, I think we should be there for some sort of meeting then, huh?
Yep. And when it comes to contracts, I'll have Abigail here, and Eric, and probably Kurt, and folks to help me brush it out. We've got a better idea on prices now. We've learned. But I have several folks I am in the process talking to between blacksmiths, gun store owners, hunters, saloons for different kinds of contracts. And folks, I've noticed I have 3 personal telegrams to myself about folks asking for rides places. So when I get my next poster back up, I'll keep a mind out before we go out on a run to see if we can get any folks up for a run, which would pay some money. I'm not focused on one thing and one thing only. I'm looking at many things to make money for this caravan and for ourselves, so all of us can eat well, and someday maybe when you come to do it and you want to buy a piece of land and retire or do whatever you do with it, you can.
All right. You just let us know where we need to be, when we need to be. I'm interested. I ain't saying no outright, but...
I said this to a few, but with me...
Jesus.
Christ.
It's probably wolves.
No, it's...
No.
No, this is a fight sounds of...
I think it's best to stay inside. Could be wolves.
Yeah,
In
that's
the
the
middle of the
usual.
day. It's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
an animal.
People
If it was
drag 'em in.
gunfight, more shooting.
Or it's over quick.
Excuse me. Jesus. Oh, hell no.
Get the fuck off my fucking horse.
Fairly, what is the problem with you, Peckerhead?
No.
Peckerhead.
Christ.
Fuck.
Kurt, go check on your boy. He probably heard that.
I got him.
Christ. Last thing we needed was this. You get well, everyone's safe. He drew.
Y'all good?
He drew.
Fuck.
Lord. You all right, Eric?
Yeah, this man was a fool. He got what he deserved.
God damn it. I'll get the horse. I got the horse.
Residents are spicy today. What the hell?
Yeah, I know.
I know.
You all right,
Yeah,
boy?
We just got one up on the damn saloon. Some bitch shot Rivers.
There's a barrel around the corner if you need to clean yourself up.
Yeah, why would you shoot Rivers for what?
I don't know. It just did.
Fuck away from my home.
He ran off the porch at the saloon and then fucking walloped me in the back of the head. So I beat up that guy, and then somebody on top of the saloon, like porch, started shooting at me.
I know that kind of thing isn't easy. You drew a gun on all of us there. If it wasn't for your quick thinking, worse could have happened. Let's go down the river and get that blood off of you. How's that sound? We don't gotta talk now on the way down there.
All right, just I need. Stay a minute.
All right. Well, I'll be over here.
Jesus.
A stressful end to a stressful day.
I'm ready to drink. Jesus Christ.
not easy to take a life, especially like as quick as that happened.
Jesus. He goddamn Drew. Why did he do that, dumbass? Is he alright?
It needs a minute. It happened so fast. I don't think he was ready to put it all together.
God damn it. Why are people the way they are? Oh, Jesus. You should know better than to run up to a group of people standing around on a porch and steal somebody's horse. He had it coming to him.
He did. Some folks just ain't for thinking through things.
Damn it. Oh. Dumbass. No, this horse is fine. Medical gonna reach out to their family of that man, I'm assuming.
I'm thinking. I'm gonna move that body. I don't think it's right to be right there.
Needs to go to medical. Yeah.
It's a pain that I'm at an impasse here lately.
How do you mean?
I feel for the folks I've known. I've been upfront with my intentions, what I will do with this caravan, but it made me forget at the likes of Abigail. As a greenhorn, I didn't tell her anything. Why would I? But now she's one of us, and I've always been pretty open that my beliefs and my morals and all that when it comes to the law of God, frontier justice, and what I think I can carry and can't carry on my wagons.
Okay. She's gonna have her ideas of what she wants to do. People got opinions and they got beliefs and they got morals, so what they want to do with that, that's up to them. That ain't up to you.
I'm just glad that she still wants to work on the clean side of things, and she's willing to. But if she left, I would understand. I'd understand.
Yeah, I don't think it matters that much. She's a good worker, but we can fill her space if she does decide to leave.
I'm just hoping in the next few days I can find myself some more hands to work. They can bring things in.
We got plenty of telegrams.
Yeah, we do.
I know Kurt said that he's gonna be the one responding to him. You talk to him, find out what he knows, who he's spoken to, what they're like, if they're good, if they ain't. And I have somebody.
How's your son doing with all that racket?
Abigail and Golly, they're doing well with them.
Fine messy things, is it? I think I ought to save that hunting for tomorrow then. After everything today.
Like I said, I think most of us are about to go to bed. Maybe the only one that might stick around might be Eric, I don't know.
After what he just had to do, I think he needs some time. Maybe out on the road to do him good, but I think I might need some time too. Well, Kurt, better roads tomorrow. Gwen, I'll see you around. Say bye for the rest if they don't see me.
I'll go to check letters. I'll be... Oh, you going?
How's the way I was going as well.
Fella just deserved to eat a few bullets.
Yeah, he did.
Goddamn fool he was.
Yeah, he was.
Well, he sure is gone now, and I took him to the morgue instead.
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
Where'd she go?
Eddie. Eddie.
Eddie.
Good morning.
I was hunting. Check your telegrams every once in a while.
Do I hear goddamn wolves?
Howdy, you're coming camping with us?
Better not be.
Yeah.
All of us. See
were leaving like
you well tomorrow, I will.
Where did I hear wolves from?
I'm going to check my home.
I swear I heard them.
I didn't hear him.
I heard a few barks, but they were out in the distance.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Until next time, bye-bye.
Hello.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Ratha, that was good RP today.
It was. It's not expecting to be mauled by wolves, but
Yeah. I'm sad that I've missed out so much RP with everyone because of how busy I've been lately. Because it's like I'm noticing like, you know, the closeness that Sturgis was with some people is now kind of getting distant a little bit, as I'm only around like once a week for stuff. But I've worked out my schedule, and now I will play regularly Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then any extra time in between I can get. So you're gonna see me like at least 24 to 30 hours a week in server.
that sounds great.
Yeah.
That sounds good. I'll try and be on Wednesdays and Fridays, because Mondays is maybe sometimes like depending on what my husband's doing, because Mondays and Sundays are my days that my husband and I actually get together.
Fair enough. I understand that. I have similar days for like Thursdays and Saturdays with my partner. I was gonna say, I forgot. Oh, it's like all the conflict that's going on right now between like everyone's perspectives and how they want to do things. Like some people are on my side of stuff. Some people are like, your character's like adamantly against crime stuff, which is great. And I'm glad that you didn't like quit the caravan. You're just like, I'm only going to be involved in above board stuff, which feels like works out really good when I give you that wagon.
Yeah.
And then the whole collie situation's been great.
I only heard bits and pieces about that.
Yeah. She has my character really riled up right now.
I heard.
Yeah.
And then I think there's some conflict between Abigail and Gwen, which is going to be interesting.
Nice. And there's a bit of like fuss from like Gwen towards my character about how I want to bring, because like some people are like, oh yeah, I don't mind like getting, you know, potentially reformed outlaws from Sissica working for the caravan and stuff, because my character's like, I literally brought in, he wanted to say Collie right there, but he's like kind of ignoring her a little bit, you know, and like short with her. But he gave Collie a chance, but he's considered right now. He's like, in his mood, he's annoyed with Collie, so he's probably not so happy he brought her on at the moment. But you know, he's given like Evie and Dutch a chance, and you know, West a chance, who are all outlaws or currently outlaws or reformed outlaws. You know, I know Gwen, you know, O'Seeley and a little bit in character, and Kurt are not always above board with the actions they get up to. You know, so my character's just like,
yeah.
Why all of a sudden you all like clam up about me getting folks from Sissica working in the caravan? It's just he's thinking, which is great. And I look forward to see how all that plays out.
Though I have to ask you, because before, hi Jackal.
Hey Jackal.
Thank you for stitching Abby up.
Of course.
I have to ask, have you? Yay. But I have to ask before I have to go to bed. Have you taken a look at the spreadsheet that I've done?
Where's it linked? I think I may have saw it linked, but didn't have time to look at it. But I also, by the way, I really appreciate all the extra stuff you're doing, by the way. A lot.
Yeah, no problem. We all want to see the caravan succeed. It's in the caravan chat. It's pinned.
Oh, where is it? Caravan chat. Maybe we should go in planning, because it is a resource. How do I see pin stuff? Pin messages. Oh, I see. I have
Should
taken
be on top.
I have to take a look at this. So,
how was today for you, Sinnix?
Oh,
with
good.
A few people kind of questioning a little bit.
Oh, everyone was questioning. My character was agitated as hell, but it is perfect RP. It is refreshing to get, because it is nice to see. It is nice to see many characters that are unique with different perspectives on things. Some share perspectives with me, some don't, some are in between, you know?
Yeah, I think Kurt's pretty much kind of in between.
Yeah. But I like that everyone's like, we need to make money, we're at a deficit, we can't do it. But I'm sitting here OCD being like, as soon as we like do the things I have planned for like spreading out the work. And now that I know OC League where to sell a bunch of shit, or in character as well, I'm like, we'll just make $500 soon, pretty easily. But I like the worry, and I like that the story is looking like the caravan's having some really hard times, harder than the start of the caravan itself. Because in the start of it, I farmed a lot of money to have extra cash for paying people. And also I had gotten lucky and pulled those gems out of the mine. So I had the monies for that then, but I'm looking at how everything's going. And there's so much miscommunication, which like I'm not annoyed about at all, OCly. I'm loving it in character because it creates problems that need to get solved, and that's story plot points, and those are all, good things. And so I'm happy with everything going. I'm honestly like how well everyone role played out of an NPC being killed. Like they were a character was beautiful to see. It's a good thing to see.
I was a little confused at first because, first of all, I looked at his model. To my eyes, I don't know if I'm looking at the fucking same guy. He does not have a gun belt or gun. So when you guys or Eric, I need to go back and see, but when he drew, I did not see that. He did not draw in my eyes at all. So I took a moment before I registered what the fuck, because everybody else is saying he drew, and I'm like, I did not see that. But okay,
on my screen, he definitely drew too.
No, here's the thing. I didn't see that he drew, but when he was being shot down, it's like a gun spawned in his hand, and then I saw that he had a gun in his hand.
Oh, interesting.
So it didn't quickly register correctly like that. So it was just a little bit of desync,
Yeah. This spreadsheet looks really good. I'll look. Honestly, I think of us even though we didn't
There's
make
multiple pages down. If you see, there's different things.
Yeah, I'm
different pages down there for different matters.
Oh, I see. Okay, I want to do some quick math real quick on my phone while we're here, because I feel like with us, especially with bird meat being like we're gonna charge. I'm not gonna let go of any of our bird meat because it is a bottlenecked resource on the server. I've noticed. And if people want to try to get it at 25 cents a piece still, they're fucking out of their wits. My character's going to be like, at some point, we're going to have like 500 bird meat because no one's going to buy it from us at $1. And eventually, they're going to be like, wait, you have 500? And we're getting like 5 or 12 a day maybe from like random ass people. They're going to buy it. They're going to buy it then. And the price is going to change. And then if the RP goes well of us convincing other hunters to change their prices, that's cool RP, honestly. But like venison's really easy to get. You get a lot of it at once.
Right now, I put a little explanation of how things work, but you are more than welcome to play around with any of the cells to get a sense for it yourself. But I'll put in like bird meat currently. All of it is set to the ammo is 20 cents, and then the base price is $1, which was $1.20, which is the number I came up with for the math here. And I can change it easily. It's just for the sake of having the spreadsheet math work. Let's say we need 100 bird meat. It does the calculations automatically. But then you have to, unfortunately, I can't, because it's a calculator, you have to manually put it over here. But let's say you have total order is $120 and it's going to blacksmith. Type it in here. It'll auto populate the telegram. And then if you click it as the current job, at the bottom of the spreadsheet, it'll show you the total payout for whatever current jobs we're doing.
Could you also add to the caravan coordinator thing? Could you add a page called the legal goods that will be shared between mostly like the characters that's not involving Abigail currently in RP?
Well, you're still streaming, by the way.
I am. Oh fuck! I forgot to turn it off. Sorry, guys.